Oh yeah, just kind of hanging out here in my kitchen because, to be honest, I spend a lot of time in my kitchen. I wanted to talk a little bit. I've been doing these videos, and I wanted to do 20 of them. So I've done a lot of them, and I was thinking one of the ones that I wanted to add was one just about the lifestyle of doing bodybuilding training and some of the things that are a part of it. And basically, when you do some of the training, you end up making it a part of your life. So it becomes a lifestyle. And that's what I love about it more than anything. And back around 2005, I think around Christmas of 2005, I got Arnold Schwarzenegger's Bodybuilding Encyclopedia, Bodybuilding of Modern Encyclopedia. It's like that thick, but I got that for Christmas, and it's awesome because it has like all these great pictures and all these different training routines. Even though the training's a bit advanced, it's just like training certain body parts 3 times a week, which is way too much. Which I tried. I tried pretty much every routine in there. And the diet stuff's kind of weird in there, but it does have all the exercises, and it tells you how to do. Explains them in great detail. It's really awesome, and I still love that book today. But in 2005, that's when I really fell in love with it, and ever since then, it's kind of been like something that I just really enjoy doing. So, Arnold's Encyclopedia of Modern Bodybuilding, yes, it's awesome. And but part of it is like the diet. I fell in love with the diet. I love cooking the food. I love going to the grocery store and getting the food and finding new ways to cook it. All that stuff is something that I've not really ever had a problem with, and I think that's the biggest key to seeing results. And even when it comes to the training, sometimes when my training would get to where I'm like, oh, I don't really want to go to the gym, or I'm feeling like it's not very much fun, I'm not having fun, it's kind of weighing on me, then that's when I know I need to switch something up. And I talked about that in my video about overtraining. So that's when I know I kind of need to switch things up. But I mean, for the most part, I've always enjoyed it, and I think I've really developed good ways of keeping myself to where I enjoy it. So I think that's a big thing too. It should never be. I would say when I got my worst results was definitely when I was kind of frustrated with training and felt like I was kind of forcing it, trying to follow all these different routines, because you're going to see so many different routines and diet plans on the internet. And what it really comes down to is using all those plans and figuring out what works and what doesn't work for you. And then eventually you'll come up with a custom diet plan, routine. But yeah, I mean, it's just a part of it. I mean, I eat 6 meals a day. I take vitamins, and it's kind of the thing where a lot of people tell you when they take vitamins, and the same thing happens with me. You take vitamins and you just feel like it's helping you out. You feel healthier because you're taking the vitamins. That may not necessarily be true, because a lot of vitamins your body just can't use, but some of it does need. But it's kind of the same thing with when I'm in the gym, or back when I first started. I felt like every rep, every curl, every bench press, all these different things, you felt like every rep was just getting you closer to the goal of what you envision yourself looking like, what your goal is. So that's kind of what, and I really do feel like every rep keeps you feel like you're getting one step closer. And now it's kind of the same way. It's always been the same way. It's each rep, you feel like with each rep you get better and better, and that's really what it is. Same way with the diet. Each meal that you make that's good for your plan, that you follow and you stick to, that all helps you. So little things like that. I've been eating 6 or 7 times a day, probably for almost 10 years, and I love that because not only does it help you with your training, it just helps you feel better. So it improves my lifestyle to where I enjoy myself a lot more. And yeah, it's kind of a pain that you have to cook the food a lot and you have to prepare it. And it's also kind of exciting in the sense that you never know what, if you have something scheduled for each day, it's kind of fun to figure out ways to fit in your diet to work around the things that you have to do, whether it's work, traveling, things like that. So that's what, it's kind of exciting. I kind of look at it more like a week, as long as I get all the vitamins and nutrients in that I feel I need, as long as I get that in on a weekly basis. And, if some of those days in that week might be a little worse than the next day, but as long as on a weekly basis I'm kind of following the diet, that's what's most important. So you don't have to stick to it exactly, boom, 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 each day, this is how it's going to be, this is how it's going to be. A lot of the excitement and fun is switching it up and finding new ways to keep yourself interested in it. So, but the diet, what works for you is what's going to work for you. I used to switch it up and eat certain things different times and do all this. It's just too much. I like to, what I found works, I stick with that, and I enjoyed it. So if it was something I didn't like, I probably would cut it out and just to see what happens, But I mean, as far as like it should be something that you enjoy and that improves your life. And for me, it improves my singing and my guitar playing as well. So all these things I take into consideration, but I wouldn't give it up for anything. That's why I'm, for the last 10 years I've been training. That's why I will continue with my plan and training in the gym. I'll continue with that until the end because I love it so much. So anyways, it's kind of a interesting topic, but it really is something that you're just going to have to say, okay, I'm going to have to change my lifestyle to, 24 hours a day I'm going to be thinking about, weight training. And not necessarily consuming you, but you have to think about, I only train four days a week, so not very much of my time is going to the gym. But every day I'm focusing on my diet. So that's the biggest thing, because that's what works the best for me. So every day, it's kind of like it is a part of me, and I still love getting up early, making a good breakfast. I still love making a good meal before I go to bed, making meals and packing them if I have to take it for traveling or work, all those things. So anyways, I'll talk to you for my next video. Thank you.